Alright, today we're doing a pad and rail swap on this D7R. The old rails were getting wore out, the links were pulling through, so then they wanted to also do pyramid pads on it. So we got a full set of rails on it, and we got a full new set of pads on it. We got to clean all the paint off, get all the dirt and everything off, and bolt all the new pads and torque them all down on it. The rest of the undercarriage is still good, so we're just doing rails and pads. Just spray it on, spray a coat on it, and you'll see it'll start bubbling up after a little while. Just let it sit, and you see the paint starting to bubble up. Once it's bubbled up pretty good, you take a scraper, scrape the paint off as much as you can. And on the rest of it, just take a grinder with a wire wheel it off real good. Make sure it's bare metal. Then you have to do the same for the inside of the holes in the back. Just spray it down, take a scraper, scrape it out, and then wire wheel it out. Then you're good to put them on. As long as it's just bare metal, no rust, no paint. First, there's a lot of paint on the track, so you want to, this is just paint stripper, you spray it on there good. Let it sit. It'll bubble up all the paint. And while you're waiting on that, you got to give it a little bit of time while you're waiting on that. You can put anti-seize on your bolts for your track pad, put it on the threads, and you put it underneath the head down here so it torques down right. You don't want any drag when you're torquing them. You put it on the threads and underneath the head, so both spots. And after you get done with that, you can take your paint scraper, scrape off as much paint as you can from the paint chipper. Take an air blower, blow it off. Take a wire wheel die grinder. Clean off all the paint, and then you grab a track pad,
Stand them up over here.
And you gotta kind of hold them up so you can tighten them down. You just kind of snug them down with a smaller impact for now. And you want to torque them. These bolts go to 250. All bolts are different. You see, you gotta look them up. These here go to 250. Run back over them one more time. Then after you torque them to 250, you turn them 120 degrees, so 2 flats. The masters on this machine, you turn 180, but the pads you turn 120. Yeah, each flat is 60 degrees. You got 360 in a circle, so you have 6 flats, so each flat 60, 120, 180, and so on. So when you go 120, you just do 1 flat, 2 flats. That's 120 degrees. You mark it here, and then you want to turn it to when the lines line up over here. You're lined up and you're good. And you just want to do the other 2 like that, and you do every one of them like that. Just make sure you get all the paint off of everything, put them together, anti-seize under your bolt head on your threads, put the pad on, put the bolts through. You tighten the bolts up with a smaller impact to get all the slack out. Torque them to 250, then turn them 120 on the pads, and then you turn them 180 on the master. There's only 1 master on each one, so you only got to do 2 pads at 180.
Okay, so why is it important to remove all the paint between the track pads and the track shoes?
The paint will smush, it'll compress, and then the bolts will get loose, and then the paint eventually work its way out, and then you have an airspace in there, and your bolts get loose, then your pads start walking around, and then after they get loose one time, the pads start walking and mess with the pads and the links, and you almost got to buy new pads and links to keep them tight again.
So yeah, you can't get them tight again after they've come loose.
You can get them tight, but they'll keep coming loose when the pads start walking again. So you want to get all your paint, all the dirt, and all the rust off the pads and the links, and torquing the right spec.